Okay. Well, when we last left off, you all had made your way to the abandoned planet of Kargas, where there was subterranean levels of people living on the planet. But since a cataclysmic event, it was covered with the dust and ruin of one of its nearby moons. While Gargamel joined you all to investigate the situation. You all rushed in and tried to rescue whatever remnants and pieces of, said the thing.
Very good. From the ashes.
Artifacts and items of value that can represent their culture and explain what kind of people lived here and what they did.
Saving remnants from the ashes.
Yes, exactly. Remnants from the sands.
The Ron, the LP.
Exactly.
Gotta avoid a lawsuit.
You all performed a very exquisite teamwork. Managed to rescue a lot, as well as a few other objects and whatnot. And I think where we'll kind of pick up off is if you guys want to, you can maybe spend like the 8 hours on the ride back, maybe like breaking into these boxes and investigating them, or going through some of the artifacts more specifically to see if there's anything that you want. Or if you guys want to wait to do that until everyone gets here, we can do that as well. Completely up to you. I will message the people that aren't here. But is there anything that you guys would like to do? I will hold off on my Gargamel's findings until everyone that is going to show up does show up. We're just missing Freddy. Freddy said he may not show up. And Paimon is not here.
Small session today then. Oh, allegedly.
But yeah, does anyone have anything or whatnot? If you do want to just jump forward to the space station so that you can buy stuff, we can do that too.
Nah, I want to investigate the artifacts.
Okay. You have the large metal chest that you have to find some way to access. But there is also the pirate chest that the lock has been removed. The traps and whatnot have all been worn away due to just age. And the clever workings of Silva's pirate trading. But yes.
I simply cross my arms in thought and stare down at the metal chest that had seemed to be sealed tight, and I just say, what do you think it is? I have some guesses, but it's probably not any of them.
Something expensive.
Most likely. Yes. Any ideas on what it could
A
be?
prison, maybe.
Dungeon masters scrambling for their notes. I wonder too. I forgot what it is.
Imagine it's the ark from Indiana Jones.
Yeah, when I
that
heard
face
that
is
you guys,
melt.
I heard when I just heard you guys saying you were bringing like a big coffin-like thing into there, I was like, is this the Ark of the Covenant? Let's have the people whose faces can't melt open it.
Well, I don't think we can. So.
That's only because you guys haven't put some backbone in it. Let's open this thing.
All right. I suppose I reach down and attempt to open the chest that has
Alexander's gonna try to help.
an
Okay,
extremely sealed shut.
Alexander,
Good.
roll to help out.
Which stat is the bonus for that one?
Let me look.
Hold on, wait, no, I got it in my notes. It is cool. Okay, so that's a
Yeah.
7 because I got a 6.
I can never find help out for some reason. Oh, it's because it's in the page break and it's so short. Yeah, it's cool. What did you get?
I got a 7.
Okay. Yes. I will give you this. You could either give 0 an additional dice, and a +1, or you could ask a question.
I'm gonna give 0 additional dice and a +1.
No, I meant like you can give him a +1, or you can ask a question. You will still succeed in giving him an extra dice. So 0. Go ahead and roll 3 dice plus tough.
3 dice plus 1 and a +1 to tough. Is that correct?
Is that what you want to do, Alexander?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him that.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
So all
Well, that's
3 of
good.
these dice will have +1.
Oh well, plus tough. So originally my tough was +2, with the extra +1. That's a +3.
Yes.
+3.
So you physically can't fail, but you gotta get something good.
Normally, when
Yeah.
you give one ongoing, or you give someone a +1, they only get to add a +1 to one of their rolls. But because you did an overwhelming success, I'm allowing him to use the +1 on all 3 of his
Let's
dice.
go!
Yes.
That's a good start.
Don't say that. Don't say that. We're gonna get bad from the rest of this on.
So that's a 9, a 5, and a 4.
Goodness gracious! What?
See, I
Okay,
told you not to say anything. He got a 1.
so he got a 6, a 1, and a 2. So he got the absolute highest and lowest he could get, and still managed to get a mixed success, a success, and an overwhelming success. I will say that will equate to 3 successes. So you kind of go in on this box and you just kind of start peeling back the big metal supports binding this together, and you just kind of peel those off and you're like, this I can be a bit rough with, because you don't want to be too rough with the contents, but you do remove the incredible stiff binding. So now you just have a metal crate, and you can see that it has bolts now that you have removed the outside additional binding to it.
Interesting. It seems this thing is, well, of course it seems like it was sealed shut, but wow, I did not expect it to be bolted.
Does anyone have a screwdriver?
Valuable.
I think the only one that had a screwdriver was the one that Alexander found and repaired and then sold.
I never repaired it.
Oh, you just sold it? Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't afford the repairs. Instead, I went with the hacking tool.
Okay. So now what do you
Yeah,
guys
so
want to do?
even if I had it, we wouldn't be able to open this thing. It was still busted.
Can I just say, to successfully remove those careful reinforcements required 3 successes. And that's what 0 got.
See, I told you just had to put some backbone in it.
But that's the thing that we're getting into now, is that sometimes you can, roll good on your dice, but if you don't have enough successes, then it won't necessarily be good enough. So now that you guys are initiatives, we're basically out of the tutorial mode of this campaign. where you will, more than likely need more than just one successful dice roll in order to be able to do stuff successfully.
Thank goodness I'm such a strong suit of power armor that can stop a ship with his bare hands.
You can stop a car. You can stop a hover car.
Heads is just looking at him like, what? I don't get any credit?
Don't worry.
I was helping.
Yeah, that's true.
He was talking about the escape vehicle that the pirates were using at the previous building.
Ah, that, alright. Fair enough.
Yeah, you're not Starkiller yet.
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 But soon.
Alright, what would you guys like to do now? Does anyone have a screwdriver?
Nope.
Can I start using my claws?
You can certainly try.
I have a welding tool, if that'll do anything.
Hey, give me back my welding tool!
You gave it to me.
As a loan!
Okay, alright.
If you guys want to try...
MIA1 said, let me check the pile of tools I have in a corner.
If you can find a screwdriver, hand it to me, I'll handle it.
If you guys want to try destroying the bolts, you can. If that's what you want to try and do with the welding torch. I will say that if you actually use a tool that's like a welding torch, it will not be a kick-ass roll.
Okay.
Alexander's like holding it in his hands, like looking at the bolts, then back at it, considering.
I am saying that if you guys want to attempt to destroy the protective casing for whatever's inside, you certainly may, but the consequences is that any sort of kicking ass rolls is that there's a potential that it will damage whatever is inside.
Nah, I'm good. That's the last resort. Gonna put that away for now.
Alright, so if you use some other sort of skill check, you certainly could. Also, if you guys want to investigate this mystery, you certainly may.
I would like to investigate the mystery.
I'll investigate a mystery.
Okay.
I'm just writing that in my notes.
At the very least, you get to ask.
That's
some
a
questions.
one!
Okay, never mind. Go ahead and mark experience, Alexander.
Yeah, let me also roll to investigate a mystery. What is that? That's sharp, right?
This
Sharp.
is what happens when you say, oh, we're doing so good, right off the start. Who said that? You screwed me over.
6.
6 as well.
Hold on, I need to figure out what Alexander's punishment is. How are you?
Whoops, I slipped.
How are you investigating this box thing? Were you
I'm just
like
like
looking
walking
at it?
around. He's just like walking around it, trying to see if he could like see anything unusual, like a pattern or something.
I know. I know you technically haven't bought this yet, but I think your eye gets stuck in X-ray mode, and now you can't see anything.
Ah!
You're just blind because you see through the entire universe.
Ah, turn it off!
Oh dear.
MIA1
Someone rip out
said,
my eye!
lol.
You see like the whole of the ship, like the outside of the ship, and that's all you can see.
Huh, there's a dead guy out there.
Yeah, it's Morty.
You see like some space rats and space barnacles.
Now I'm getting hungry. Oh fuck, I forgot I have to feed the boys. Now I'm
Space
getting...
fish.
Fuck, I can't do it right now. What
That's
the fuck?
fine.
Why is there a fish?
You were forcing it too much where you were going from this to you were talking like this. Like it wasn't that much of a voice that you put on. You just
I don't
kinda
know what
made
you're
it.
talking about if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
exactly. It's just kind of like a little bit of like that.
What are you on about?
Yeah, that's good.
I kept trying to do it better, it just got weird after a while.
Space fish.
Now I'm
yeah,
getting even more hungry.
you you see a space gas station coming up, and it says it's got free samples of space sushi.
I don't want to stop you.
You don't want to stop. You
Keep
don't want any
going.
gas
I know
station
where this is
sushi?
headed. I know where this is headed. I'm not fighting any fish or bears.
Okay. Yes. Both Silva. Goodness gracious. Both Silva and Zero, you get to ask one question, or you can take +1 hold, which means that you can take a +1 on one of your skill checks.
Okay.
May I just say, this music, nice.
Okay. And if you want to ask an obvious question like, what's my best way in, which would obviously be, undo the bolts, then I will just simply answer that question and let you continue to have a different question.
Alexander's just in the background trying to fix his fucking eye. I can't even close my eyes, I see through my eyelids.
Is there anything in the stuff we found that could probably be improvised to use to, undo the bolt? Like, what kind of bolts are they?
They require a drill.
Gotcha.
Well, I know what sucks. I had a Zill, and I had it fixed, and then I sold it like an idiot. I knew it was gonna be useful at some point.
Sorry, I'm still thinking of the question.
Oh, good.
Take your time, Paranormal.
The honest truth is that you guys just don't have the tools for this.
From what I can currently see, would there be another way, or from what I can see of the bolts? Sorry, is there anything interesting about them aside from needing a drill? Can they be slightly loosened, or are they rusted a little, or do they look brittle?
I will answer this question. The entire case seems relatively solid. It is an old type of steel, which is, not designed for space travel, which is why you think that it had the reinforcements. So this is a very old kind of smuggling operation where basically they would transport stuff through space docks and whatnot in probably a ship that was not pressurized or had artificial gravity, but this was to help support it. So you think whatever is inside is something that could be damaged, but not to the point that you think it's anything alive. It's not like produce or a creature or anything. It is something that needs to exist without an atmosphere because it's sealed tight, but it's also been around for such a long time that you can see there is some slight wearing, that if you think that you could figure out some sort of caustic substance, you could be able to eat away at the joints, or loosen it up and try to move it. If you do want to just try and pry it open again, you would have immense difficulty and would probably need to perform some other action first to give you like a spot to stick your fingers in order to pry it open. Again, if you guys have ever seen like a crate, they usually have like these extra supports to make sure that it doesn't like skew or anything during transport. And that's what Zero was able to remove. But you guys are gonna have to like figure out a way to remove the staples in a way.
How many bolts are there?
This metal box is I think I said 10 foot square, or 10 foot cubed. It's like 10 foot by 10 foot by 10 foot. So probably 32 in each side. So 32 times 6.
I highly doubt I can make the. How much acid does each, like, if I did like.
Oh, that's true. You do have some acid. If you wanted to try and do it like along one side, you probably could.
And then, how difficult would it probably be to find like replacement bolts after we get this thing open?
You would think that if you were to use acid on this, that this would not be reusable. But also, this is literally sheet metal stapled together. This is not designed to be a storage container. It does not have a hinge. It is just plates bolted together. But if you wanted to get either a corner or a corner edge, is what I mean, or like eat away at a full side, you probably could do something like that. So if you like wanted to work on the north face and either go at the center of it or on either side to make it, you know, hinge or something. How many vials do you have left?
I have 3.
Yeah, if you did like the top and then the sides of one of these metal things and just kind of hinged it on the bottom, you could do something like that if you wanted to.
I'll put it before the group. So I could probably get this open, but we definitely would not be able to use it anymore. It shouldn't damage whatever's inside.
You positive you can do it without damaging the thing inside? Or are you taking a guess?
The acid is in such a small amount that he would have to spread it as much as possible in order to get like a whole line. So there is little possibility that it would damage what's inside, but he would have to be very specific about how he places it to make sure that it actually works. So he's got limited supply more than, you know, he has to be careful about where he places it.
I can definitely do it without damaging what's inside. It's just whether if I have enough to do it. But if it's not enough, that it might still give enough leeway for Zero to do something.
It's worth a shot, I believe.
Well, better than my idea.
What was your idea?
Having Zero punch it over and over again until it opens.
I don't think that would be quite good for the
As
thing.
I said, better than my idea.
Yes, quite so.
Okay, so I think what I will have for this is that normally when you have an item assisting you, you get an extra dice, but I think I'm only letting you do this action because of the item that you have. So instead, I will say that you have an extra dice because maybe you guys have some other tools assisting you. I'm sure you have, you know, vials and things, or even the blowtorch or whatever. So that can be an item that you can use to assist you. So that's 2 dice.
If we need vials, Alexander has a bunch, but most of them are full of blood.
Yeah. I will give you 3 dice because I think being a pirate breaking into something is stuff that you are good at. If someone wants to help out, they can. And
I'll do it.
Silva, if you think you have another skill that's relevant, or a move that's relevant, you could get another dice.
Nah, it'll just have to be the help from the vampire.
That's a 5.
Okay. Yep, that is a success. So that goes from 3 dice to 4 dice. And I think the best of course of action is to take your time and do the 3 individual lines, basically using up the individual vials separately. So roll 5 dice 3 times, is what I'm saying.
And act under pressure? Would that work?
Yes, this would be acting under pressure, correct.
I just had the ones after.
And Alexander, if you would like to help out for the 2 other times as well, please roll for that. Unless someone else wants to.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
But you cut out
for me?
there.
Silva is acting under pressure 3 different times because he's working on 3 different sides. So Alexander, if you want to help the 2 other times, I need you to roll 2 more times.
That is a 5 and a 4.
Okay, so that is a mixed success. So the final side you will be able to help, but something will happen. But let's see what Neon gets with his 5 rolls.
So for the first time, a 7, 4, 5, 4, 4.
Okay, so you've got a +1. Very good. You do manage to weaken the side. You manage, because it's vertical, to just sort of slowly drip the acid, and it just sort of cuts through the bolts, and that side completely pops open. Go for another side.
6, 7, 2, 5, 3.
Okay, that is also a success. Go for one more.
I accidentally overwrote my copy. Six, 3, 2, 4, 4.
And unfortunately, this is the one where Alexander also did not help you too good. So that's a success, a mixed success, a failure, and 2 mixed successes. So I think what happens is you get the side and the top loosened up. All the bolts are out of there. But the final one, you pour the acid in there, and you did the exact same thing that you did before, but it doesn't loosen, and you're not sure what happened differently. You're not sure where the acid went and why it didn't cut through the bolts, but it's not loosened. But you did get 2 sides good. Does Zero want to now try prying it open?
I will try prying it open.
Okay. This is basically cut down the difficulty from needing 8 successes to needing only 3.
Okay.
I would
Can
like
Alexander
to
give him a hand?
assist.
Yes, if someone would like to help out, they may.
I got a 7 again.
Nice. Okay.
Do not assist them. I probably think that I gotta.
I don't think he needs any more assistance.
Okay. All right.
So,
I gotta.
Silva, I see that you've rolled a 1. Go ahead and mark experience as you're like, here, let me see if I can't hold it open for you, and then you find the acid as you just place your hand against it, you're like, ah, and you have to step away to go wash the acid off your hand while they continue to work. You don't take any damage. I'm not gonna make you take
Me
any
and
damage.
Zero is just really good at this point.
just
We've been
stick-
working
I
together
stick
for a
my-
little while.
I stick my hands in solace.
Hey, what the heck?
Look, just clean the acid, please.
Accidentally eats a piece of your hand.
Nom, 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 spicy.
MIA1 said, I'm just watching the chaos unfold.
Very good. Okay.
All right. Oh,
Yes.
does that mean I get an extra dice and a +1?
And a +1, and a +1.
Yeah. All right. And this is once again roll tough. Yes.
Correct.
Oh, excellent. Very good.
Okay. Success. Another success. One more. Ooh. That's a mixed success. Do you want to take the +1 there?
Take the +1.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so Zero sticks his fingers in the cracks and slowly starts to like a kid unwrapping their present, like unfurling this metal, just kind of like peeling it back like it's just wax paper.
This man's peeling a banana right now.
Exactly. And behind this metal sheet is a wall. There is another sheet of, but you can see that it is it is simply carbon steel. So this could be opened using just like a hatchet, you know.
I'm gonna use my claws. I'm gonna pry this open.
Okay. Roll to either kick axe or act under pressure.
Can I help out?
Yes, please roll to help out.
All right.
Hold it still for me.
Very well. I think we're getting somewhere here. That is.
I swear to God, if we open this and it's another tiny old box, I'm gonna kill you.
Put that box inside another box. Put that box inside.
Hey, Alexander, take an egg point.
Fuck!
And Silva, take an egg point for making a Cusco reference. And then I'll mail that box to myself.
That is a cool roll, yes.
Correct.
Hey, wait, did I get an inspiration die because I showed up early?
Yes. No, you would have gotten an egg point, which is just an extra dice of success.
Oh, okay. In that case, I have 7 instead of 6.
I got a 4.
Everyone
Alright,
else would have gotten an
real quick.
inspiration, which is a reroll, because you were here early, but not before me.
Alright.
Zero, you got
You
a
said
4?
act under press
Yes.
or just kick some ass, right?
Yes.
That's a 7. And just to go a little bit extra, I'm gonna use an egg point.
You also get an additional dice because Zero's helping you.
Alright, then that's gonna be the third one. Let's hope I get something good. That's a 3.
Okay.
Oof.
Perfect. You start just kind of taking your claws in trying to cut through this stuff. And you kind of get a little bit frustrated and you just kind of start scratching away at it, tearing it up like a cat. And you kind of get to a point where you're starting to get a decent hole and you're kind of going down the sides to get it open, and you stab in there and you actually feel as your like metallic fingers get blunted as you stab into something inside, and it feels pain because that like metallic part of your body gets stunned and that reverberation goes up your body into your bones and like your flesh, and that your arm gets jammed a little bit as you have stabbed whatever the inside contents are, and it hurt.
Hetz is just like in shock and he's like trying to pull his hand back. This is the first time he's felt pain in a while.
Yeah.
Good news! And he's like holding his hand.
I got inside. Bad news. Ow.
Oh, well, at least we're getting somewhere. Wish I could heal your hand, but unfortunately I do not have those capabilities.
It's fine. I'll be back to normal in a little bit.
Okay. And what you guys see inside is a relatively advanced, from perhaps a while ago, robot. And you can see that it has some interesting devices affixed to it. But it looks like it's a simple body with 2 big legs on the side that are curled up, and there are movable plates that act as sort of shielding that just sort of sit on the side, but can also be positioned in the front, which is where Alexander bashed his fingers on. You can also see that there is a top port where there is some sort of mount affixed. It looks like a turret could be placed here, but the weapon of itself was not shipped with this little device. But it looks like a basically mobile turret thing. And this is the best picture that I could find of sort of what it looks like. If anyone has ever played Warframe, it is a Riot MOA.
This also looks like a muscle tracer. I see. Very nice.
When you were describing it, I was thinking like the turrets from fucking Portal.
Yeah, that works too.
Anyone know what that thing is?
No, it looks like a some sort of robot or some sort of mechanoid. Definitely doesn't
Alexander's
look
like sharpening the finger that got blunted with his other fingers.
Definitely does look quite interesting.
Homicide, take a look at it.
And I'd like to investigate it, if at all possible.
MIA1 said, "Did I hear weapon?"
Yes,
Possibly.
you did. Also,
All right.
because this is basically, goodness, I cannot words today. It is a experimental robot. Mia is experienced with this, so if she ever wants to help out or do any sort of skill check, she will automatically get a 1 dice.
I'm guessing this is plus weird for me because this is weird. I've never
I
seen
mean,
this.
you can roll to investigate. If you actually want to use it, that would be use magic. But
Okay, if
depends
it's
on
me
what you're
investigating, then I gotta sit.
Okay. What? Yes, go ahead and ask one question.
Is there a way to power this thing on?
Yes, you can see that there is like a very simple panel at the back. I'm sure at this point you guys have like pulled it out of the crate that it was.
Yeah,
in.
we had to pull it out.
From the inside, it is relatively easy for you to get like the torch tool and just destroy the bolts from the inside and break it down into panels at this point. The crate that it came in, not the device.
I was about to say, I don't want to do that.
No, we disassemble it so that we can learn how to make it ourselves.
We disassemble it so we can sell it for profit.
No.
Alright, can I use my hacking tool to like try to figure out its programming? See if like if I power it on, is it gonna attack me?
I think at this point, this would be use magic, and you will get an extra dice because you're using an item. And just remember, if Mia wants to assist or help out, she will automatically succeed.
That is 2
giving you an
9s.
extra dice.
MIA1 said, "I like to assist."
All right, Alexander, you have 3 dice.
That's 3 9s.
What?
I got 3 6s in a row.
3 9s? Oh my god.
All right.
I got 3 6s and I got +3 to each one of them.
All right.
Yo.
That is 3 overwhelming successes. You needed that many successes, but what I'm going to say is that you are able to remote control this device using your little hacking tool, and you do not have to interface with the back panel of it in the future. It does need power. It is turned off, but you can hook it up to like the ship's systems to give it some basic power. You probably don't want to drain it too much until you guys get back to the space station and can actually like plug your RV in before you start to charge this thing. But yes, it just takes basic electricity.
Pets like looks over to Zero.
We got you a new friend.
Oh, that's good then.
I have good news. I can now console this thing. Bad news, it's out of battery. We'll have to wait until we get back.
You don't say.
Yes, it will probably be out of battery for quite a while, considering it was probably in there for God knows how long.
Interesting place that we found it.
So
I
we
guess that
now
was
have
just a
this
hideout.
thing.
Probably some sort of black market deal that's didn't go through.
Yes. It'd be interesting to see what they think of this back at Park. Personally, I don't
It's
know.
my pet now. It is mine.
For simple terms, it is basically just a remote control robot drone that could either carry stuff for you, or it could be affixed with a single turret or device or something. Yeah, it could be your pack mule. You could call it Molly, or you could affix some sort of weapon to it, or other stuff too.
We shall wait for the name until we power him on.
You could even put a hard light projector on it, which is one of the other devices that I was going to make a detailed report for that it didn't get to. Basically, what a hard light projector is that it can make shapes within a 30-foot cube, and it can make simple geometric shapes. Basically anything that can exist in Minecraft, it can create. It can't make anything complex, it can't make anything move, but it can basically generate light into a space, even if there's like rubble or debris and whatnot, and just support everything in stasis. It's incredibly useful for like getting across pathways where you can't like build a bridge. You could just project a light projection, and it's not touching anything, but it can support weight and things. So yeah, light
I wonder,
projectors are very
Would it
useful.
be able to block something falling from above you?
Exactly. It
That
can-
is actually really useful.
How
Yes.
tall is it?
The light projection, again, the base one is 30 by 30 cube, which is like a 3 by 3 block or space in Minecraft. So anything that you can build in that space.
Okay. Alright, so a 9 square grid. Gotcha.
Mhm.
How big is the machine itself?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, this device, the little MOA, its legs are about 4 feet long, but it kind of stays hunched over, so it's about 3 feet. With the torso, it's probably about maybe 3.5, 4 feet tall, not including whatever you have mounted on top.
So it's about the same height as Zero then.
Is Zero 4 feet tall?
Oh no, sorry, no.
I was about to say, when did
No,
you
no.
become a midget to
No,
a power armor?
No, I'm sorry. I thought you
No
meant.
wonder the kids fit inside
sorry,
of
We
you.
went to the sand planet and the sand at the time shrunk
No,
him.
no. So sorry. I thought you meant the legs were 3 feet and the torso was 4 feet. So I calculated that to 7 feet. which is
No,
his height.
it basically its
And
only
Zero, the
height
last time I
is
saw you were
yeah.
a lot taller.
Oh, shut up!
This
I haven't
thing is
grown
What
up.
all-
happened in there?
This thing is all legs, and it basically has like a pelvis area that you can affix stuff onto. It doesn't
Okay,
really
well.
have a torso that sits on top of the
Okay,
legs.
okay.
My
Fair
mistake.
enough.
Alexander's gonna try to pick it up.
You cannot. It is too heavy. But it is on wheels, so you can roll it around. It's like on casters.
Dibs.
And Alexander's just like gonna roll it towards where he normally hangs out.
All right.
If someone did want to ride it, you probably could, but then you wouldn't be able to affix anything to its top mount. You would just have to
I don't
put a seat
think-
up there.
I don't
No,
think
not
I'd be able to ride it. Yeah, no.
You're the same height of it if you're on your hands and knees.
I don't think you'll ever be able to fit on it, even if we remove all the power armor.
Just leave the exoskeleton, yeah.
It is
Well, it
too
is-
big to be inside of Zero, though. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
if Paimon were to stand on top of it, Paimon wouldn't be able to be like the torso and the Mo of the legs, and then Solus to be the arms. You couldn't do
We
that.
found our Megazord.
Power Rangers assemble.
Combine.
If you guys are interested in, well, maybe I shouldn't say this. Do you guys want to investigate the other box, the chest?
Yeah, I'm interested
You
in
guys,
that thing
you guys,
because it was.
you guys do that. I'ma hang out with
Yeah,
my new
weird.
robot.
I will also investigate the pirate chest.
Okay. Inside you find a very simple device that is one whole unit, and you can see that it's has like, can I words, please? I'm begging you. It looks like it is a device that sort of folds up. And this is the image that I have for you. And it is basically like a unicycle Segway thing that could get up to speeds of 60 miles per hour.
Oh, is this those one-wheel things?
Yes.
Interesting device.
I know I said that it was white, but I couldn't find one of these in white. But that's basically what it looks like. But yes, speaking of trying to ride something, this is the other device that's in the chest. And at some point in time, this was also probably some sort of failed trade deal, or I'm sure you
Man,
could probably
I don't
find
know who
something
was
like
selling
this.
this stuff, but they sucked at selling. Like,
Hey,
damn.
hey, it was thousands of years ago, and this was cutting edge technology at that point in time.
Well, they sucked at selling stuff.
Okay, boomer.
Okay.
Okay, boomer.
Alexander is just gonna be in his little area, just like looking at the little robot thing.
Okay. This device.
Pretty much seeing if it's broken anywhere.
Anyone can ride on this, even Zero.
This
What you
is
think,
one
Zero?
tough little device.
I think you should probably have it, Silver. It definitely looks like a thing that you would have.
You don't want to give it a roll?
This thing is 2
No
feet
way.
tall. It's not like small.
I see. Okay.
Or
Very well. Let us attempt to ride it. Okay. This will be a first for me.
MIA1 said, "Hey Alexander, can I analyze the robot?"
Sure.
my
And he's
precious.
like, and he's just like gonna let you in.
My precious.
Zero. I will let you roll either. I think act under pressure to balance on it first.
Alright.
Mia, what sort of skill would you like to use? I will give you 1 dice for having experience. like you are
Alexander's
professional
gonna
with this.
help out because he's signed to investigate this as well.
Roll to help her out.
I got a 4.
A 4? Okay.
4.
You you step on and you put your other foot on, and then you kind of try to like lean it upright, and it does manage to balance, but you are very suspect.
Yeah, I'm very, very heavy, and I don't think it could. I don't think this will be able to support my weight.
You don't think this thing has shocks at all. So if you hit even the slightest bump, you would probably just pinwheel off.
I feel as if I crash at any point, I might put a dent in the ship's floor.
So yeah, this is a scooter. This is not like a motocross vehicle. You would want to keep this on roads, and yes, don't go off terrain.
So yes, we will see if
Although
I can
you
at
probably
least.
could take it dooning. That could be fun.
Oh my god! Why am I imagining just a suit of power armor on it? It's just jumping over sands and stuff.
The way I see this
When
is
you
just
said-
like someone in power armor riding a bicycle.
That needs to be in the next
When you-
Fallout game. Is just someone in power armor Mad
Sparrow.
Maxing their way. Yes.
When you said
MIA
Georgie,
once said, I like to hack in the robot mission protocol logs.
Oh. Go ahead and.
By the way, I got a 5.
Okay. Mia, go ahead and use magic, and you have 3 dice. You know what? I'll give you 4. I'll give you 4 dice. What were you saying, Silva?
while me is rolling, when you said Dooning, I imagine the Doom movies, but they were using these things to get around.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
Just a giant sandworm on the horizon, then from the back behind you turn and see power armor on a unicycle barreling down.
Who controls the spice controls the
3,
universe.
2, 5, 4.
Okay.
Plus 2 to each of them.
Plus, yeah.
Oh, does she have a plus to use
Yes.
magic?
Yes.
I assume so. She put plus 2.
She put plus
Oh, gotcha.
2 in the.
So that would have been a 5, a 4, a 7, and a 6. So that is 2 successes, 1 mixed success, and 1 overwhelming success. So 4 complete successes. You want to hack into the robot mission protocol logs. I will let you ask 3 questions. But to answer your first one, sort of vaguely, is that this thing was taken from an assembly line, and it was basically stolen property, and it was going to be repurposed into a sort of stealth unit. Strangely enough, it was going to be used for investigating Cargus. It was going to be sent down and try and observe the ruins down there and whatnot, but they never got that far. And the project was scrapped and abandoned because there was too much heat on the situation, that it basically the reports just sort of cut off after there was too many delays. I will say that if you want to figure out the planet where it was built and manufactured, that would be one question. But yeah, I will give you 2 questions in addition to that information.
I'll be
By
right
the
back,
way,
everybody.
I'm just assuming the way Alexander's helping is just like letting Paul use his hacking tool for this.
Actually, I think Mia using her little robot can kind of interface with it. Oh, actually, you are right. She has not upgraded her robot to be able to do that yet.
I'll be right back, everybody. Just
Alexander's been hacking a lot of stuff recently. He's gotten a good amount of experience.
Okay.
MIA1 said, "Is there a footage of when it was taken?"
This is all recorded logs that someone wrote down. There's no visual footage. There's no audio files. Nothing like that. This is all just sort of binary, sort of coded into recorded locations and dates and things, with some minor details about, like, it's been this many days since the last recorded report, and this is what we're dealing with, and then eventually it just sort of cuts off. I would say that this has been taken long enough ago that whoever this was stolen from has probably, recovered from the loss and is not looking for it. There's no bounty on this. So if you guys wanted to return this to them, they would probably say, okay. But this would be like returning an old car to like a car dealership, where they're like, we've upgraded our cars since then.
I don't think they need it. Gonna be honest.
Yeah. But yeah. You still have 2 questions though. That was a clarification question.
MIA1 said, "Is there abnormalities in the logs?"
The machine was wiped when it was initially stolen, so you do not know the original intent or usage of this device when it was first built. All that is currently on the machine is recorded dates and locations of where it was, and basically the route that was taken to sort of, hide out and whatnot. I think if anyone, maybe Silva might be able to make some sense of that information to figure out like a smuggling run, whatnot. But I'm not really sure what you mean by abnormalities. Again, there isn't a whole lot of information on this device. It's basically a blank slate.
I believe she's asking, like, if from how long this thing has been out like this, if the logs have been, like, corrupted or anything, like they're messed up, like some information might be missing.
Oh, gotcha. No, this thing is in
like
pristine
if you find...
condition.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, there's no damage to this device at all. Still feel like that was a clarifying question though, so I'll still give you 2 questions about this thing.
MIA1 said, "Where was it made?"
Okay. It was made at a place called Genosha, which is a planet. It is a production planet where they make biomechanic works, where they mostly automatons and robots isn't the best word to describe it because a lot of their works are automated, but most of them have a specialty engineering behind it that to simply refer to it as robots is not doing it justice. But advanced robotics, is roughly the sort of stuff that they make there.
So a bit like Robco.
Was
but not
Robco?
dead.
Oh yeah, Robco. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that would be like the
Better not be like
closest-
Voltec.
It would be the closest relation in the Fallout universe. Actually, the Institute more likely.
Oh dear. Oh no. Ooh, okay.
I'm not so comfortable having this robot near me anymore.
They had basically because they made such great robotics, is that they were probably one of the first planets to actually have laws talking about like human rights, living creatures and whatnot, and artificial rights. Very Detroit Become Human kind of thing, where are they slaves? Do they count as like only a quarter of the vote or whatever? A lot of that stuff. To a point where
MIA1 said, I was thinking of Mother Sphere from Stellar Blade.
I don't know anything about Stellar Blade.
It sounds disgusting.
Basically, they do still build artificial creatures, but they also have artificial creatures living on that planet doing stuff. Similar to the Exos from Destiny, but not quite. Exos are kind of a very different thing. Exos are very similar to the Warforged from D&D, where, they were created beings and they were powered by human souls and whatnot, and then became sentient, and then it was a whole issue, and now they're just kind of wandering around without purpose. The Genosha actually created artificial life in a strange way. More than just, artificial intelligence becoming sentient, they were actually able to, generate living robotics. What's the hive mind thing from Mass Effect?
The Reapers?
Is it Reapers?
Yeah, it's the Reapers.
I think he's more specifically talking about the robots you fight at like the tiny ones. I remember the name of the one who joins you is, I think he's called Legion.
The way I see this little thing, it's like Star Wars when they would find old B-1 battle droids and they repair it and then use it for foaming or something.
They're called the Geth. The Geth are the robots that are like hive mind.
This
Yes.
is the best way I could see this little robot guy.
I thought they were called like Zeds or something.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's from Killing Floor.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Reapers, basically, where they're like artificial beings.
Wait, wouldn't that make Zero Reaper?
What? Why?
He's an artificial being.
But yes, but I'm not connected to a hive mind.
I think Geth apply better than Reapers do, because Reapers were a lot more than that.
Yeah, Reapers were hive mind. They're like Oh man, what's the robot from Marvel?
Ultron. There's a lot of
Ultron,
yeah, Ultron. There's a lot of robots.
You're not exactly knowing the field when you say robot.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, Zero's allowed to make up his own backstory, but the way that I think about it is that he is an advanced AI that is basically like a baby. He is learning, he is experiencing things, and has the ability to think for himself because his creator was too lazy, so he gave him sentience. To be like, figure it out, learn for yourself.
That's pretty much what it is, or at least a bit of it.
MIA1 said, so basically vision.
Yeah.
Vision, yeah.
You know, without the Mind Stone.
Yeah. Just
And
just
the crazy
inhumane.
girlfriend.
Yeah. Just instead, inhumane strength and a Segway.
But Mia, you still have one question that you can ask about this robot. Unless anyone else would like to do anything. Basically,
My last question is, can I find a serial code on this robot?
No. It's been cleaned of any sort of tracking codes or materials or anything. If you wanted to be able to look up what kind of robot this was, you would be able to do so, I think, but you would have to be on that planet to do so. Or I will give you a +1 if you want to do like some sort of library check when you get back to base, if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, because it seems like Freddy's not going to join at all, and Paimon said that he was dealing with something, but he might join. Do you guys just want to jump back to being at the space station now, and so you guys can buy stuff and whatnot?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll kind of pick up with what Mia was currently doing, where she wanted to try and look up some information on this device, because you guys are back at base. Let's see, I'll give you 2 dice because you're using the library, and 3 dice because you're also professional. So roll 3 dice plus sharp. You also get an additional +1 for having this information, or like. Okay, so a 7, a 4, and a 4. So I will equate that to 3 successes. Yes. Okay. I will give you some very basic information that these MOAs were partially designed as they were mostly a prototype testing out a different type of limb movement. So these were kind of still in their early prototype stage, but they were going to be used as possible mounts, or basically tool carrying things, and that then proceeded into being using them as war machines, and this would kind of be relating to Star Wars and maybe the droidicas or whatnot. And then since the conflict was kind of over, they didn't really have a use for them and came out with something better. So these have been discontinued for a while. But occasionally you can see that people still have them. There isn't any parts readily available for it, but you could get someone to specific craft some parts for you or whatnot. That's not too difficult to have that manufactured. Just you wouldn't be able to take this into any workshop and have people recognize it. But yeah, if you guys want to buy any equipment or anything else at this point, let me know.
Well, I would like to prepare my plasma defender.
Okay.
Fully repair it anyway.
That will
MIA1
toss 2
said,
credits.
so basically we have a war machine, but limited to its era.
Yeah. Again, it is basically, as I have described, it is an all-terrain, transport thing that can be affixed with any sort of tool or weapon attached to its turret. And even advanced ones were able to take ship upgrades to be able to carry it. But this is not one of those advanced ones. I will say this, is that it seems as though the advanced armor plates that it has on its side seems to be someone else's invention that was added onto this one specifically that was not standard in its manufacture.
Someone was modifying it.
Someone did modify it. Again, they basically modified this to be able to enter and survive in difficult terrains as they were going to send it down into the caves of Kargas and look for stuff. Real quick. So, yes, Zero, you now have a plasma handgun, which is 3 harm, close energy, and reload. They are allowing you to have this because this is something that you already had. They would not sell this to you guys because you guys aren't officers, but because it is equipment that you already have. And I think someone questions you of how did you get this? And he's like, I've always had this. And then they did some bad.
Yeah. What do you mean? I've always. This is I basically got this pistol when I was born.
They can see that it's not standard issue. This looks like something that someone made in a cave with a box of scraps, and they're like, I'm surprised that this works and has not exploded.
It's Zoe rigged to hell.
It's orc technology.
Just believe it.
That's a Warhammer reference.
It's from a Brotherhood of Steel bunker. That's what it's from.
Can we paint Zero red so he goes faster?
No, we gotta paint him purple.
Actually, something I think I'd like to do to end the session is give Gargamel's report. So I think they're like, I've got some information, but don't want to jump to any conclusions yet. Let me go report in, and then I'll tell you guys what he found. So go ahead and feel free to keep buying and upgrading stuff.
Alexander would like to buy a DOP and have it upgraded one.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how much of a how much hard light area can that thing make it at the max upgrade?
I have not come down. I have not fine-tuned the specifics of it, but I think it could. The max upgrade would be like a 50 by 50 by 50 cube, but that would be incredibly expensive. I think that would be like 40 credits. something that I would suggest for some of you would be to get the combination tools and advanced tools are incredibly useful, but also feel free to look at the hyper tools.
I was gonna definitely get the Omni tool.
The hyper tools again are only for officers, but again something to be thinking about. And the artifacts are also still an option. Again, we'll go through a scene. They're expensive again for a reason. But yeah, if you guys can't think of anything to spend your money on, I could definitely think of a few suggestions. Especially like Mia with her robot. I'm sure it would be good to get like a hacker unit on it, so it can also hack into stuff the same way that Alexander has the multi-tool. And also, if you guys want to get some sort of device or weapon for your little robot mount thing, think about that.
Now we're gonna have him punch people.
If you guys want me to, I could spend maybe like 10-15 minutes coming up with some more precise information on the hard light projector, if you guys want to talk about stuff. And
I don't have enough money to do that now anyway. I was just like wondering if you already had in mind how much it could do. But yeah, I've got a list of things I want to buy, but that goes over how much I have, so I have to pick and choose which ones I want first.
Okay.
I definitely want the Omni tool, that's for sure. So, the solar collector, how difficult would it be to use, transfer the power into to hook up the power from it into other things?
It's got a bunch of universal translator things. Again,
Alexander could probably handle it pretty easily.
If you wanted to, again, everything can be upgraded. So basically, if you took this and had like a box of it, it could get some basic energy from, a fire or the sun, or like solar radiation and whatnot. If you wanted to be able to stick it into lava or something, you would probably have to get like a +4 solar collector or something. But then it would be able to power anything. So like the +1s on the solar collector would probably be, its resistance and like ability to absorb energy, or hold it into batteries or whatever, to be able to use for later, stuff like that. Like there are different kinds of upgrades that you could get.
Well, while I have you guys' attention here, I'd like to make a little proposal.
I'm listening.
Okay, yeah. I'm here.
I say we use one of the ship points to actually have an infirmary.
To have what?
Infirmary.
A medical area. Because we don't really have one, if I'm being honest. We have a table in the middle of a room where Alexander will help you. That's it.
Something that you guys could do is get, this would be similar to Silva, how you've got in your playbook the like medical room or whatnot, which would be able to remove injuries and whatnot. And then from there, you can probably upgrade it to be able to do like +2 to rolls or +3 to rolls, stuff like that. But in general, it would basically give you an extra dice for doing healing checks or whatnot. There are also extra machinery that you could buy for an SP, such as like a bio printer, so that it could like build skin, or a bone smelter, so that it can like craft broken bones or whatnot, and restitch your bodies back together or whatnot, or a turbo nap pod that would be able to basically speed up your normal healing process, and keep you well rested, stuff like that, or back to tanks or whatnot to remove impurities and poisons and things. Like there's a variety of things that you can get that benefit health, that could go into a health bay. But I would say that a generic health bay would simply give you an additional dice for making doctor skill checks, basically. Because it has like all the tools and everything necessary. And also, if you failed at your rolls, you wouldn't cause any more harm. They would just you wouldn't be able to heal it. Because it's a safe environment that has all the tools necessary. And that's sort of how havens work, is that because you're in a place that is safe and whatnot, you can take the time necessary to do stuff correctly, and avoid danger.
So what do you guys think?
Obviously, we'll need some sort of care room for the fleshies, and then we'll need to figure something out for the non-fleshies.
Yes.
Alexander would like look Zero up and down.
Zero would just stand there, gazing at Alexander. What?
If we have the right tools, I can fix up any damage that comes to him. But I don't really know his body that well. If there's any blueprint for this, it would make it a lot easier.
I could potentially ask around for you, see if anyone that's Ark has potential power armor blueprints, but it's unlikely.
Is there anything similar to you?
That's a tough one. I don't necessarily know, but question: do exosuits or
Yeah,
do
that's a thing that exists.
exosuits? All right.
Wait a minute, couldn't we have Zero scanned?
Yeah, I would also say that exosuit technology is common enough that you could probably get just an exosuit bay or something.
I have similarities to an exosuit.
You mean
It's
those
quite-
things that guy had? Fuck! You mean the thing that guy was wearing?
Yes.
Talking about the real Marty that was working in the asteroids.
Yes.
Yes, something similar, but not quite. And not as bulky. Still quite bulky, but it's hard
I'll
to
go
explain.
find some blueprints on that. Maybe it would be of use then.
And Alexander will go ask someone about some blueprints involving that. So maybe he could get a little bit of information about Zeros.
I don't really think this would be a skill check. I'm just trying to figure out what to give you. I think there
How
is
many
like
credits do I have to pay?
No, there is like a bay where they work on exosuits, just as like there's a bay for working on robotics or ships or just about anything.
I would
I
like
ask,
to
like,
go
a
with
specific
Alexander.
Yeah, have Zero come with me. And pretty much what I'm going to be asking is, if this man here, gonna tap him on chest, was damaged, what kind of tools would I need to repair him? And do you have any advice on doing so? Well, I'm used to robotic people and like cybernetics. I'm not used to someone that's just pure metal like him. I'm used to there being some kind of flesh. Well, besides the fact that Alexander helped, like, repair spacesuits so people could go out there, but I don't think that counts.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm having trouble, deciphering the too many different layers. I think what I'd like to do is, rather than making this a scene, I'd just like you to ask the dungeon master what it is that you want.
Blueprints and what kind of tools would I need to fix or repair
A suit
Zero.
of power armor.
I would say that if you wanted to get a robotics bay, you would be able to do a lot of the generic basics things, such as scan robotics and repair them and things and whatnot. And
How
I
much
will
would
say
that
that
cost?
while you're in it, you would have the tools necessary to work on it.
How much would that cost?
A ship point.
You guys fine if we use this ship point? That way we're able to heal all my mechanic people.
We kind of need to.
Alright, then we'll spend
You
one
gotta
ship
take
point
care of
on
the
it.
crew.
Okay. So I am going to.
MIA1 said, knock on 0 armor.
I'm going to update that your ship now has a. I'm just gonna say sick bay.
And that's just where Alexander hangs out.
As well as a robotics bay. And basically, whenever you're in either of these rooms, you will get an additional dice, and you will be incapable of failing your checks for either trying to craft stuff, repair stuff, all that nonsense. And all the tools and stuff are there. If you guys do manage to purchase additional equipment, such as a welding tool or a drill or something, you can still get an additional item for something assisting you.
What's this use the welding tool that I got off that one spot? Was this added to that equipment?
Yeah. So whenever you're out in the fields, someone can help you, an item can help you, and you can have proficiency with doing something. But in addition to that, if you're at a haven, you will also get an additional dice for rolling, because you will be in that safe space that the hangar or whatnot is assisting you with.
Right. I would like to spend the remainder of my 18 credits, my personal 18 credits.
Okay.
So I would like one laser handgun, one electric spear, and 2 blunts.
Okay.
I'm
I will
sorry, I
say
think I may
that-
have told you wrong, but is there a robot smoking weed?
No.
Yes. I was about to ask about the blunts. How big are they before inflating?
They are backpack sized.
Gotcha.
So Zero
was-
could carry 2, but everyone else would only be able to carry 1. Paimon would have difficult carrying 1, but you would be dragging around like a sled.
Can we deflate it?
Yes, you can. That's
Okay.
the deflated form. When it's inflated, it's immovable.
I just didn't know if it was a situation where once you inflate it, you can't deflate it without destroying it.
No. You can deflate it. It does take some time. Like, it inflates instantaneously, and then the deflation process is a bit difficult. You don't have to, like, fold it and pack it back up. It does, like, have a system for bringing it back in. It does take, like, 10 minutes for it to go back into backpack mode.
Also, do we get the full amount back if we sell a weapon?
No, you would get basically half price because you're initiates. If you're officers, then you do get full price.
Would they round up or down is the question.
Round up.
You said up?
Yes.
Yes.
So if you tried to sell something that was 3 credits, you would only get 2.
Yeah, I'll sell my cold iron sword.
Okay. Like, oh my goodness, this is cold iron. This is quite rare. Thank you very much. I will enchant this later.
Alright, lovely.
But yeah, you guys can get like different upgrades for weapons to be able to attack stuff magically or whatnot.
Would my claws count?
Yeah, you could get your claws enchanted to, be silvered or something, or to have garlic injections in the fingertips.
I stab you with protein.
Garlic is surprisingly useful against a variety of alien creatures because of its acidic nature and the way that it coagulates with lipids. That it can actually properly mess up someone and does, mess with the natural healing process, especially of creatures that have a rapid healing process.
I'll hold off for now. Don't want to waste any credits.
Okay.
But I will ask a question.
Yes.
Would a Jetpack be possible for me to buy?
No, because of the current restrictions
I'm
on
sorry,
jetpacks,
Zero.
they're only allowed to officers.
Sorry,
oh,
Zero.
dang it.
There was
No-
too
no
many
jetpack for
people. Yeah.
Wait until you're an officer and then we'll get
MIA1
another one.
said, picks up some weapons from and goes to find someone to sell it to.
Okay. What kind of weapons you got? I assume you're not talking about like the spears and artifacts that you guys found.
Oh yes, fair. Considering that, so you remember how I was given a solar energy pistol as a replacement for the plasma defender until it got fixed?
Mhm.
Where do I hand it back in?
You can hand it back in now.
All right. Oh,
Nah. Just let me have that. I'll just
give
take
you
that.
So,
Appreciate it. Gonna put that away.
Yeah,
I forgot what I shall be buying. I will buy flash.
MIA1 said, no, I got blasters from the destroyed ship encounter.
Oh, okay. Do you know
All
how
those
many
secret Zero.
weapons you got?
You know what? I'm just gonna hand the solar energy pistol to Alexander. Here you go.
Alexander's
Don't
like
ask where I got
slowly sneaking it into his backpack.
it. Here you go. Don't ask where I got it.
Appreciate it.
Oh
Just
god,
so
I
you
just
know-
realized this is basically a sun gun. Give it to fucking
Uh,
vampire.
Just so you know, you have to charge it with solar rays for it to fire. So I've never used it personally, but that's what came with the instructions.
Understood.
My
4
favorite
blaster
6 Power
pistols
Ranger.
and a shotgun.
Okay, let me take a look.
Will blaster pistols count as laser handguns?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that'll be 9 credits. You get 9 credits. Actually, no, 10.
Okay.
So Mia's got a cool 30 credits to buy stuff now. It pays off to be a loot goblin.
Loot goblin.
Hey, why do you think I stole that one electric spear?
That's my loot.
Is it really stealing if the guy you took it from is dead, though?
He stole it and then killed him with it. Yes.
Hey, it wasn't stolen after the guy died.
He stole it before he killed him.
Yeah, but then he killed him, and then it was no longer that guy's. So
But
it's not stealing
the
anymore.
first act was stealing, so it's still stolen.
And that's only if anyone else finds out
Yeah.
about it. And I'm sure as hell
I'm-
not going to tell anyone.
I'm gonna save a few credits. I'm gonna buy a flashlight, a single grenade, a laser knife, the sniffer, the tracer, a blunt,
Don't we already have
and
two
an omni
flashlights?
tool. I mean, if everybody, like, you never know if something will happen that makes it separated, like what happened last time, where it was just me and Zero.
Fair enough.
That's why we bought the 2 maps. Like, oh wait, yeah, did we ever fix your map or get you a new one? Or
Yeah, I had mine fixed, and then I
Gotcha.
put it away. I had it implanted into me, so it wouldn't break
Ah.
again.
yeah,
Sure as hell
and
not gonna let
using-
Zero touch me to try to figure out the map.
He just rips your wrist off. All right, let's.
Yeah, no, I don't want that to happen.
Look, we can just fix it. Get you an. I'll just disintegrate this one since it's messed up. Get you a new one.
Disintegrates my left fucking hand.
Just throws it into the
Shoot.
throws it into.
Zero throws
Oh.
it up, you pull out the. Yeah, I was about to say fucking skeet shooting.
I just throw the left hand into the fusion core reactor in my back like it's a bloody trash compactor.
Okay, so
No, I just toss it to
Alexander
Solus.
would like to buy 2 different things,
Okay.
if possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to buy a battery for a little robot pal, and that solar thing which will allow us to collect energy for the battery.
Where the heck is it? It's alien tech. So a solar collector. I will say if you want, you can do a solar collector +1, which will be 5 credits. Or no, that'll be 6 credits for a solar collector +1. And so it can take ambient heat and light and whatnot and power batteries.
Would its battery collecting upgrade if I were to upgrade it again?
Yes.
How much would a +2 cost me?
That'll be 8 credits.
Alright, I'll pay 8 credits for that.
Yeah, and basically what this will be is that it will be a +2 solar collector, which means that it not only does it absorb energy and turn it into other kinds of energy, but it can store it into a battery that it has in itself, and will have extra universal batteries that you can basically grab and attach to things.
Oh, so now we have something in case Zero might go off.
Yeah, exactly. So like if Zero gets like EMP'd or something, you could just take one of these batteries and slap it onto him, and that would be enough to jumpstart him to get him back up again.
Yeah, I'm willing to pay 8 credits for that.
It'd be a very powerful EMP then to take out basically a nuclear fusion reactor.
Right. I'll say that you have 4 of these like little jumpstart things. Whatever you want to call them. You could call them spark plugs or something, because you plug a spark into them.
Just careful where you put it. You don't want to accidentally set
I
off.
wonder if I slam one on someone who has nothing, if it would just electrocute them.
The way that the map works, it only will function if we like are able to download a map, right?
Correct.
Into it. Is there like potentially an upgrade where it can like fill out as we
You mean like scans around us?
or no, like as we're journeying through an area?
Yeah.
Would it be able to like
That would be a map +1, so it would be able to like fog of war style of like map out the area that you are and like draw a map as you go type thing.
how much would that upgrade be?
What is the price of a normal map?
2.
Just 2. That'll be just 1 credit.
1 second, let me say something.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Why?
Never mind, just do it.
It's useful. You gotta have a weapon for every occasion and a tool for every occasion.
Yeah, but we could have just had Alexander upgrade himself like that and then send the data to your map.
I mean, he can. You guys can always get items like grafted onto you with an extra credit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how Alexander did it.
There's also a chance of like I almost said Neon myself, Silva potentially becoming like a scout, and so like he would have that map on him. It would be better for the scout to have that because you're the medic. Usually the medic needs to stick in the least dangerous place.
You say that, yet I probably have proven to be healthy.
That's why I said usually.
I'm
We need to just put
definitely
you
not
inside
the
of Zero.
usual medic.
We need to put you inside of Zero at all times so that you're safe.
Medic / engineer.
Lock you inside. Don't let him out. We can't let him die.
It's not like
We
I'll
can't.
suffocate. Wouldn't
Yeah, he
recommend
would.
doing that though. Man, I just realized I've spent a good amount of my credits just buying stuff for the
Oh, I did as
robots.
well.
I repaired my gun, bought some weapons, and got 2 blunts. I'd say that's pretty successful.
Man, I haven't gotten myself anything yet besides like the area where I'm gonna fit Sub-Zero if he ever gets damaged. That and Mia.
Well, that was a
Probably
shit
works on
point,
Mia
so.
too. Can I upgrade my claws?
Yeah.
How much would it cost for 2 upgrades?
What is your current equipment? What?
My claw does 2 damage.
Okay. If you want it to go from 2 damage to 3 damage, that'll be 6 credits.
Damn, that's a lot of credits. And if I wanted it to go to a +4,
That'll be 8 credits.
combined with the 6.
Correct.
Anyone want to loan me a credit?
Sure.
Alright. With that, I'll pay the... Yeah, I'll pay the rest.
Does anyone want to lend me 220 actual dollars?
I'm broke right now, man.
All right, then I'm gonna send you the webpage link of the thing that I found.
What is this?
This is
God.
what the solar array thing looks like.
Alright, let me take a look. What the fuck?
Isn't that cool? Like someone made something like
is.
a 3D software.
Damn, this actually looks really good. I'll set that up in my med bay. Anytime in Zero just gets hungry, he walks in for a little snack. Oh, so this is why you were asking for $20?
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. That he looks really good. Oh god, that actually looks awesome.
Here, I'll take a screenshot.
Oh yeah, oh my god, you can move it around too.
Yeah.
And you said I have 5 of these little capsule things around it?
4.
Oh, 4. Alright, fair enough, in case one breaks.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the rest of my credits, I'd like to
Oh,
upgrade
like
my
you have
clothes.
4 batteries that you can stick into this thing.
Yeah, but there's only 3 slots. So I'm just guessing like the 4th one's like a spare in case like one breaks by accident.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just gonna be at the side waiting. Yeah, I like the design of this. I don't know who made this, but damn, they did good.
And here's the web page if someone actually wants to go look at it. This is really cool.
Zero, you'll love it. Go take a look.
Alright, give me a sec.
Sci-fi battery device.
Ooh. I see.
4,193 triangles.
It's a lot of things.
It's made by Experience Lab Art, who makes some pretty cool stuff. I mean, I'm sure this is like where you get like assets for making games or stuff. So I'm sure
Yeah,
this
I
is
think
like,
that's what it is.
yeah, this would absolutely be something that people could use. And if I were to make a game, this would be the type of thing that I would love to use.
I mean, this looks like an amazing little design.
It reminds me of like the Corpus tech, which from Warframe, which I always really like. The very simple, sleek slate and steel with kind of light blue.
All I'm saying is the little vials remind me of those vials from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the ooze inside of it.
Oh, you
Really?
mean the mutagen?
Yeah, that.
Okay, I
Little
like this
vials remind me of
website.
that. You can't
is
tell me
fine.
that.
Anyway,
it doesn't
we're
look
we're getting sidetracked.
good. We're too amazed.
Prepare to be amazed.
Anyways, with the last of my credits, I will buy the upgrades.
Okay.
And now I owe... It was Reds, right? That gave me the credit.
You senior.
I'll pay you back the credit one day.
One
Man,
day.
now I'm
we're gonna
broke.
get it one day.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
What a ship, go to the crew.
I don't know. It just popped in my head to say that.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Fair enough.
Well, now if I ever have to do surgery on someone, cutting them open is gonna be a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah.
Oh, and now I can cut open Zero.
Would you want to really cut open the armor? then?
No, because then I have to fit you.
Deary me. Why would you say such a thing?
Hey, that was out of character. That was out of character.
no, I'm joking. I'm joking. I was also saying that out of character. I was like, shock! Oh my god, you could pierce through the Fallout Enclave armor. Wow.
Spiller.
Yes.
Could I do a upgrade to the flashlight to have a blacklight mode?
Blacklight in what sense? That it like shines even in darkness? What do you mean?
No, a blacklight is the thing where you can like see like it. One of the main
Residue.
uses is like crime scene investigation. Like you can see
For blood.
traces of blood, all sorts of like.
I will say this: if you want to just change it to like a special kind of UV blacklight, that will just be like 1 credit. If you actually want it to be able to like highlight Blue's Clues type deal, I would say that would be like 2 credits for it to be like, this is the blood trail, or these are the footprints, stuff like that.
And when you said it like that, all it reminded me of Duel of the Explode.
Like if you want the general like upgrade that it would like help with your investigation, like changing it from a role-playing element to an actual, if you wanted the flashlight to give you a +1 to your investigation checks, I would say spend the 2 credits on it. So like when you're rolling to investigate a mystery and you're using the item, not only would the flashlight give you an extra dice, but that dice would have a +1 to it.
Gotcha.
If you wanted to do that, spend 2 credits on it.
Then yeah, I'll do that. Because like it's the one thing I remember with black lights is that in like you can find fingerprints with it, and bloods, that kind of stuff. From what I'm looking up, it says it makes the natural phosphors and things glow.
A lot of that is, movie stuff. It's not quite as simple as that. You kind of have to do some other stuff like dusting,
Gotcha.
and there's like a whole setup for that. So that's what I was trying to say of like more than like I think what you want is to be able to highlight clues, to have like what's
Batman.
the thing? Yeah, Batman vision of like let me highlight the important stuff in yellow.
Detective vision.
Detective vision. Yeah.
Funny part is, I've never played that game.
And neither have I. But a lot of games do it. I'm really surprised that nobody's gone for the touchdowns, the ESAG.
I was, but I've already spent a lot I'm spending almost too many credits as is.
I used up all my credits getting stuff the team would
I've,
need. We need the battery for Zero and our auto robotic companions, especially our new little Wally dude.
It's a full body harness that like magnetically locks you to things. I think that would definitely be something that at least Zero could use. To be able to walk on the outside of ships and not float through space again.
Oh yeah. Definitely something that I could most definitely use.
Use
Just
your
put them on the
credits
bottom
it,
of my
but I'm
feet.
broke. I need to
Yeah, if
upgrade
you
my
have-
weapons.
If you have no propulsion, you probably need it eventually.
Yeah. Well, unless we get me a jetpack, but that'll be a while.
Well, for now,
Also,
do you just want to
I,
spend the 3 credits on the magnet feet? Or do you not have any money left? You bought a bunch of weapons.
Oh right.
He's talking
well,
to you,
yeah.
Zero.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
Instead of doing the blacklight thing, I'll just buy the touchdowns 4-0.
Yeah, I do not have any credits left because I spent it all on a laser handgun, an electric spear, and 2 blunts.
Okay. If you would like to return
used up
one of
all
your
my
blunts
credits.
for the magnet feet, I'd let you do that.
I can buy you the touchdowns, and you can just pay me back later.
Yeah, alright, let's do that.
Okay. Who do we lose? Oh, we left
I
Alexander.
think that was.
Hunter.
No.
Mia, I would highly suggest getting an Omni tool for your little robot guy so that he can hack stuff too. And it would be 3 credits just to buy the standard one. But if you wanted it to be integrated in your little guy so you could have your hands free, that'll be 4 credits. So like an additional credit to have it installed in him.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Oh, excuse me.
My internet went out for a second.
Welcome back.
MIA1 said, take the integrated one.
All right, go ahead and mark down 4 credits and add an Omni tool to your inventory.
ESAG, I see where there's touchdowns. Yeah, gotcha. That's 3. Alright, cool. I will...
Something that you guys can get is an EMP shield, which helps deflect physical attacks and bullets. Not an energy shield, but a physical shield. And it basically gives you just one armor.
Oh yeah, completely off topic. I found the power armor blueprints that Alexander was looking for.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. I put them in discussion. That's probably the best it'll get, really.
Ah, yes. Now I could study Zero
Yes, now you can look at the frame, but also the.
and know all your weaknesses.
Yes,
I
you can
mean,
look
how
at
to
the-
fit you.
Yes, you can look at the frame, but you can also look at the XO1 Mark 1 because that will probably be the closest to the power armor.
It's
These
no
guys.
T45. That's all I'm saying.
So everyone spent all of their money except for Mia?
Yeah, I'm just thinking Alexander, after having his surgeries to get his new stuff, he's taken all the stuff he bought. He's going back to his ship to set it up so he can get the energy.
Okay.
Zero, mind giving me a hand here?
Of course! Let us go. And so I go help.
Princess Carrie.
No, he's not carrying me. I'm just having him carry like the big thing while I carry all the smaller things.
Okay. Mia, if you'd like, we could sit down after the session and talk about stuff that you might want to buy, especially stuff that you could like get for the robot. At this point, the robot has been able to recharge as the ship is docked, and you guys have managed to get all your systems repaired. And anyone that was damaged, I don't know if anybody was, go ahead and heal your harm.
I sure as hell wasn't.
I was definitely not damaged during that encounter.
Yeah, I think you all managed to get out of there relatively unscathed.
I don't think anyone got hurt.
I think
I wonder why
like,
Zero wasn't damaged.
the damage that yeah, exactly. The damage that was sort of dealt was sort of superficial, and I said, with the time that you guys had, you wouldn't necessarily have lost any harm. But yeah.
Like the acid or me stabbing my finger by accident.
Yeah, exactly. You all would have been able to heal up over the trip.
Yeah, even if you had taken some damage, I could have just patched you back up.
MIA1 said, just a bunch of sand in my shoes.
Get that away from
It's
me.
weighing you down.
I hate sand. It
mean-
gets everywhere.
Gosh dang it. Take it
Okay, Anakin.
I was thinking of that fucking quote.
Every time I hear sand, that's just the first thing that pops into my mind.
Because it's so iconic.
I'm just thinking about Zero because of his suit has an upgrade to actually provide like air and like a breathable atmosphere inside the suit. Just like manages to pump enough pressure to just like pop open a little spot and sandblast all of the extra stuff inside of his body out.
Sand attack.
Pocket sand.
Can that be a thing? Can that be a thing, Sparrow?
Body sand.
We just like cover Zero and Sen whenever we get into combat. He runs up to them, does it, just blinds everyone.
Yeah, no, if you guys like think of creative ways to use your devices, such as like over pressurizing your suit to try and like pop out a bolt and, you know, spray piss sand everywhere. Like, you can do that.
We need to be creative, boys. We need to be creative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you can do the stuff besides the specific moves that are on your sheet.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm the sand blast.
Time to
I just-
I started
You're
blast.
saying, man.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
No, we're gonna get copyrighted. Stop it. Stop it.
I meant
Yeah, your
blunt.
voice was too good.
Mr. Manson.
It was too amazing. Sing out of tune.
Blunting things. Bring me
Much
a
better.
cup.
MIA1 said, snakeskin boots on a Saturday night.
What?
Huh?
I don't get
Isn't
that
that a
reference.
song?
I don't either. I am confused.
I swear to God, that's some lyrics to some song. I don't know what the song is though.
Pair of jeans fit just right.
Yes, Bo, 3 zombies.
Oh, never mind then. I thought it was that country song.
I knew it was some song. Just couldn't remember its name.
Anywho, does anyone else have anything that they'd like to do or buy? Anything?
Can I power on the robot and have Zero help me out with it?
Sure. I will say that Mia has been sort of taking care of it while you guys have been off shopping. So she's there too. It powers up and stands upright.
I'm gonna test out the consoles I have for it.
It tilts its biometric scanner up to your face and says, "Daddy." No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't do that.
I'm gonna pat its head. Yes.
No, it doesn't have any sort of response or anything. It just sort of stands up and is waiting for instructions and input.
Zero, put out your hand.
Very well. I put out my hand.
Give him a high five.
No response.
Damn it!
You put your right hand in, take your right hand out.
I bring my hand back to where it was by my
Aw
side.
man, I was gonna make it high five Zero.
It
I'm guessing it
glances
only
to its
responds
left and
to-
right and sees that it doesn't have arms.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it doesn't have 5 fingers. So it can't give a high five. Wait, this thing doesn't have arms?
No, it's just legs.
Look,
Oh
Sales
right,
is the
it's
arms
legs
were
and the
better.
body.
It's one of the war robots.
Man, my plan to make it punch people to death is gonna fail then.
Punch people with its face.
Gonna headbutt them. How does it carry stuff then? Is there like a thing on its back?
There's probably modules on the top of it.
Hmm.
They can attach.
Well, we
stuff
could use
to-
it as a pack meal until we get it a weapon.
A bit like where is it? Yeah, we'll use this guy. A bit like this. A bit like this.
You sending something in discussion again?
Yes, I am. Yeah. A bit like this. Oh, there's like modules probably on the top and the sides so where you can put stuff on it.
Oh hey. I have done nothing but. What the fuck am I looking at, Sparrow?
that's footage from the game.
What the actual fuck? I have done nothing productive all day. Fair enough, I guess. Alright. Well, it's good to know this thing works. Wonder if I could program it to help me around when it comes to medical stuff. Need to go get some books on mechanics. so I could learn how to better fix up you guys. And in case this little dude takes any damage. But books cost credits, so I can't buy anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I finished everything I want to do. Anyone else got anything?
Well, I mean, we could also turn in some artifacts as well that we found and stuff.
We need someone
but
to be its arms.
You guys did turn in all the stuff that you guys found.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we kept this little
That's how
guy
you
down.
got a report of a job well done.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
Oh, wait, did we keep that big crate?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yes.
Can I keep the ancient staff that I got? Is that possible? No, not really.
Just a suit of power.
You mean the thing the thing that got lost? Oh wait, no, you guys did manage to recover it. I suppose if you really want to, yeah. If you
alright.
if you withhold that information that you have it and you like stuffed it somewhere.
Yeah.
Are we keeping the one?
You just
wheel, or
put
are we
it
gonna
in yours.
hand
You
it
just
over?
put it inside of you. That way they couldn't find it.
Exactly.
Are we keeping the one wheel, or are we handing it over?
What? What did you say?
Are we keeping the one wheel, or are we handing it over?
Oh,
Up
the
to you
one
guys.
wheel unicycle. It could be pretty funny to use.
Transportation is always useful, but it's up to you guys.
I think we should keep it. It looks quite funny.
Kids, it is funny. It make me laugh. We keep. Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like something a fucking supermoon would say.
I like the one wheel.
Get off me ship, Space Marine.
Get off my ship, Space Marine.
Blood
You just-
for the blood god.
Every time I hear you say it, that in that voice, Sparrow, it always sounds exactly the same, and I love it.
Skulls for the skull throw. Blood, the blood god.
Okay, someone execute him.
No.
For corn.
No blood for the blood god. Blood for me, because I am hungry. Blood
Okay.
god, give way. I'm peckish.
I'm peckish.
Haven't eaten all day. I'm hungry.
I indeed all day.
Oh wait, I had some of that insect blood, but it had no taste.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I was gonna say this on second thought. I'd like to keep that research on how they would mummify the bug bodies.
You want to keep that? I mean, you could.
Yeah, I want to keep.
You don't
I
want
wanna
to put it in
copy
the
it.
library and have access to it anywhere. You want to keep the physical copies.
No, I want to scan the copy with my with the eye thing I got.
Okay. Reminder: you don't want to turn it in, and you want to have
No,
a
I
lesser
want to
score.
turn it in.
Okay.
I want to turn it in, but I want to scan it. That way I could write down everything later. That way I don't have to go to the library every time.
Yeah, you can do that. You could
Yeah.
have been doing that as your downtime. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was planning. Might as well keep my own copy.
That's fine.
Never know
Alright.
when it might be useful. Man, I just love this music. Where's it from?
Arknights.
Never heard of it.
I love
I have.
Arknights and all their music.
Is
I
it
use
a
it in
gacha
all of my
game?
campaigns. What was that?
Is it a gacha game? I feel like I've heard that name before.
It's got gotcha in it for getting, units and whatnot, but most mobile games are. It's tower defense, where you like place down units.
Ooh.
Yeah.
MIA1 said, yeah.
It's great. I love it. Anyway, we're getting distracted again. Mia,
We're being too
I know
amazed.
you have the most amount of money and you haven't bought much. Do you want to talk after this session, or is there any other things that you would like to do with either the robot or buying equipment or anything?
Oh, your own robot?
Because we could call the session here. Let people go about and do their other things.
I like to see the weapons.
Okay. You have access to advanced weapons and below. So unconventional, serious weapons, monster slaying weapons, normal, hidden, old-fashioned weapons. Or you could have fixed it with a tool of alien tech or below. Advanced tools, combination tools, and basic tools. And if you look in the gear tab, I've got everything listed there.
And I'm so happy you added the Ripper.
Yeah,
So
if you guys
uh,
think of like specific tools or weapons, let me know. Like, give me like either an image or like a web page or something, and I will try to transfer it into the game.
I got a weapon that might fit in, but I forget its name. I'll go look it up later.
Okay. There is a lot of stuff that I am pining to add, but a lot of it is like hyper weapons or like, advanced artifacts, which you guys wouldn't have access to. So I don't really want to show you. I don't want to go to the effort of putting that stuff in if I'm not going to give you access to it,
Will
Here's
there
a-
ever be a lightsaber?
Lightsabers are plasma
Laser.
swords.
Oh, I thought they were going to be laser swords.
We need to get 01.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Laser knives are advanced weapons, but laser swords are hyper weapons. There will be plasma swords, but they're omega weapons.
And since we don't have access to that yet, I just bought a laser knife because
Yeah.
maybe we'll, like, if we can't get through stuff, maybe I can use that to get through something.
Yeah, I just upgraded my claws so I could cut through stuff easier.
Remember, we've already had a situation on our second mission where we got separated.
And something
Hey,
like the
you
beam
have your
rifle. The beam rifle from Remnant from the Ashes would be a plasma rifle. So that would be a hyper weapon.
Well, actually, considering it's a continuous beam, though, wouldn't it be perhaps an Omega weapon? Because it's a continuous beam of possible plasma. So,
No, what I would do is I would give it high damage and a high rate of fire, and then if you wanted to get the upgrade, it would like increase its damage for the continuous beam. Like the static ability that the Remnant rifle actually has is that as long as you're continuously attacking the same target, it heats up, dealing more damage. And that would be an upgrade that you could get.
Does it inflict radiation?
That would be another upgrade.
Okay.
So yes. By putting it at hyper weapons, that makes it more accessible. So yes.
Okay.
But
Fair
I
enough.
also have plans for it to be something that you guys can acquire without just straight up buying it.
Yes. I have a idea for potentially a tool rather than a weapon.
Mhm.
Though I don't actually know what sort of level it would go into. It's another reference to Remnant from the Ashes. It's the frenzy dust.
I think that would probably be an alien tool.
Okay.
And I'll put that in to make.
MIA1 said, mispressed.
That's okay. Because I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, what? I've had a
Chainsaw.
I've had a weapon. To make frenzy dust beam. Excellent.
Mia, you want to buy a chainsaw?
Yes.
Let's see.
Shoot at the rip.
Chainsaw is a... I think it's an unconventional weapon, yes. 3 harm, hand, messy, unreliable, loud, and heavy. That is 5 credits.
When the sniper decides to get up close and personal.
Yeah, I'm sure the bought the Ripper. It's much better than the one.
So,
Don't worry, we got my claws.
basically what these tags mean is 3 harm is the damage, hand means that you have to be in melee range. Messy means that it is not a clean weapon, it makes a mess. It is very, when you use this weapon, people know that you use this weapon because the mess was left behind. It's
My
not something
favorite.
like a rapier that just kind of leaves a little hole, this stuff. Unreliable means that there is a chance that when you go to use it, it doesn't work, or when it does get damaged, like you roll a crit fail or something, it will be broken, and so you will need to get it fixed and repaired before you can use it again. Loud, again, people know that you're using a chainsaw, and then heavy means that you have to, it's notable of something in your inventory to keep track of. So you wouldn't necessarily want to be carrying around more than one chainsaw or heavy weapon with you.
I have a question.
Yes.
With the way my eye thing is now, if I was to scan a wall, would I be able to make a copy of that wall in front of me to not
Yes.
block, but make a... It's just like a fake wall that people think, oh, there's a wall there, we gotta go a different way.
That is exactly how the DRP works.
I have so many ideas now. Thank you.
And because
man.
you got the upgrade to be able to not only just
3D.
Yes, so you could take an image of a statue or a person or a wall and project it into 3D space. If people go to interact with it, they will be able to pass through it and realize it's an illusion though.
Oh yeah, I know that. My main thing is just to fool people with it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of an illusion.
No, absolutely.
MIA1 said, also one more AM32 rotary grenade launcher.
Is that something that I have written down, or is that something I need to make? I think I need to
You have-
make.
Man,
Yeah,
we are
grenade
really
launcher,
upgrading our
but-
arsenal, huh?
You have a grenade launcher, but I don't think it would be a rotary can.
No, that would be like
Intelligent.
a thumper. It's just like a one shot
Yeah.
reload. If you would like me to make a rotary, I will put that in things to make. Oops. That's not what I meant to do.
Please do.
Okay. And I will let you know the information about it, how much it costs, soon.
I've thought of another useful tool that could potentially be in there as well.
Okay.
Alongside. Stim packs.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking stim packs. Because, I was thinking, Alexander probably get us, try to buy a couple of those. They won't really affect him, but they'll affect his teammates pretty good.
What they will do is that they will instantly remove a injury that you have. And then if you want to get a +1 stim pack, then it will also recover lost harm.
Oh, I get it. If you go below full, instead of the injury and you take more damage from that injury, if you use a stim pack, it will close it up. That way you don't suffer any effects from the injury.
What stim packs do in the Fallout game is that it recovers health, but it also repairs if you have like a broken leg or like a head injury or something like that. I think I would like to make that instead its base ability, because when you guys lose harm, you can also take injuries. It hasn't happened yet, but I will definitely start instigating more often, where, maybe you only take 2 harm, but now your hand is crippled, and so you can't wield...
I did suffer an injury.
Yeah.
During our second mission? Yeah, second mission when we went down to a planet, I was cutting some carvings off of the wall. I injured my fingers, so I wasn't able to use my claw attack anymore until I got a heal.
Yeah, something like that, exactly.
Yeah, I roleplay into that whenever I figure I take an injury.
Please do.
It's always nice to do that. More fun that way.
I've also thought of another weapon, that would potentially be pretty funny to add as maybe like a artifact or a hyper or
Just
like
spit it out
I
already.
give Zero a high five. He puts too much zinc and breaks my hand.
This.
What is that?
It is Skippy.
What is this?
It
Want to
speaks
go-
to the user? Wait, it talks? It's a sentient...
Hold up.
Is it a sentient weapon?
MIA
Yes.
Oh,
once said,
Cyberpunk!
can't wait to become the Russian Badger.
Oh, I know this. I know this weapon. Pretty much in Cyberpunk, it is an AI program in the gun, and whenever you talk to it, it will give you one or two options: lethal or non-lethal. If you pick lethal, it will only, anytime you shoot, it will always aim for the head. If you pick non-lethal, it will aim for anywhere but the head. Have you ever played Titanfall?
No.
I know what you're talking about. Again,
At
before we
least
get
fair
too
ones.
lost in the weeds, feel free to post things that you would like. In fact, if you would like, I could just make a straight up like suggestions channel if you want.
Yeah, make that,
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
if possible.
Yeah, I've been
It's a
trying
lot
to come
better
up
than
with
us just
ideas
keep
that
sending
seem
it in
piratey, but I
discussion.
can't think of anything. I'm not a good ideas guy.
Don't worry, I've got
I've just
loads
mainly
of
been
ideas
taking
for
items
things
from
like
video games.
that. I've also been
What about
taking items from video games.
There's not a lot of space
MIA
pirates.
once said, doesn't its switch kill modes cause the gun somewhat has morals?
Yes.
Yeah, the gun itself has morals, so if you pick kill mode at the beginning, it says, screw you, I'm switching it to non-lethal. But if you pick non-lethal, it says, screw you, I'm going lethal.
All right, I'm just gonna call it suggestions for now, and you guys can post whatever you want in there.
I appreciate it. Quickly, everyone,
Whether it's
Use everything.
like items or just in general campaign suggestions. Before we get too distracted with general chatting, I would like to give the Minecraft.
you'd like to give Minecraft?
A Minecraft world?
All right, I'm removing the suggestions channel.
I'm sorry,
You
I'm sorry,
hunter.
don't do it, I'll delete it.
Please take this seriously.
Okay, I won't do anything dumb anymore.
I take you guys seriously in the things that you say, even when it's stuff like a chainsaw knife or a grenade launcher. I'm like, I can do that for you.
Yeah.
Please
just
don't
go
ask me
off
to
basic
make all
stuff.
of Minecraft as a weapon.
I just meant like the game, that way Alexander has something to play in the free time.
That's it. The next world that you're going to is made of blocks.
No! No one's had a road down the hill, it's gonna hold.
Oh, yeah. Did we do this? I don't know if they would have told us or not, but did we do this mission quick enough that the other one is still available?
No.
Reds, I think you're forgetting the thing is, the only reason we were given that mission is because we weren't yet associated with the organization. Now that we wouldn't be allowed that mission.
Correct. It is possible for
Nah, we do it
officers of high caliber to perform maybe an action like that if they are stealthy enough and they do not use any company resources.
But we or
They would
not
basically
officers.
act undercover and
No,
off the grid.
we
that kind
could
of
do
thing.
it.
I wouldn't recommend us doing it. We'd
Um,
probably get in trouble if I'm being honest.
If you guys are interested in that situation, it was later found out that the person of interest that contacted ARC for the assistance was turned out to be a traitor. Whether or not you believe that story and whatnot, but they have been imprisoned and are ready for execution, basically. You don't really know much more about the story other than that.
Rest in peace.
Nope. Too bad.
Pieces, I mean.
Mhm.
They're probably gonna cut their head off.
A funny joke.
What joke?
That actually reminds me. Did you know that in the olden days, when people believed people were vampires and they killed them and buried them in the ground, they would actually put
Put a
guillotines-
sickle right where their neck was.
Yeah, so that if they rose from the dead, they would decapitate themselves.
Yeah, I thought of that.
It's so silly.
They were idiots back then. What do
Like-
you expect?
Why not just go ahead and decapitate them?
Some would just scatter the body around.
But like,
They would
if
cut
you were
the
to
body
wake
into many
up,
pieces.
do you immediately just like lean up and allow yourself to get decapitated? I don't
No,
get
I
it.
just look at it and be like, what the fuck?
You staring
Whenever I
down the
wake
barrel
up,
of
I
a
look
mousetrap. Anywho, Gargamel comes back and he's got some information about the situation that happened. He doesn't know exactly what happened to Kargas and how it became coated in the dust of one of its moons, but they think that that's the reason why nobody went back down there and tried to, get any of the loot that was stashed there for future use, is because it was just wholeheartedly just inaccessible. But what caused the massive earthquake and the cave-in that caused the collapse of the surface crust and the draining of all the sand was because there was a spatial quake. And spatial quakes are things that don't happen very often, not since the introduction of light engines and light speed technology. Basically, with the use of international hyperspace lanes, with using the conduits of the portals, the gate portals that you use to basically travel through hyperspace very quickly from point to point, nobody's really been needing to figure out the max way to get engines to go super fast. Nobody's had to figure out a way to overclock a single ship. They've just kind of been folding space and being like, here's a point where we can connect that folded space, is by taking these two space stations and connecting them in the fifth dimension, that kind of thing. So this is leading you guys to believe that someone is testing some kind of new light speed engine that is separate from these normal space gates. That is just common technology nowadays. Which also ties into the idea that you've met with these other pirates, is that they're trying to gather some sort of old materials in order to upgrade some sort of ancient machinery. You think there's someone out there that's either making or has made a massive spacefaring vessel using this old kind of space technology. It's basically like the sci-fi version of like running down back roads with your muffler off, just like blaring, trying to get your engine to go as fast as possible by taking off its limiters, that kind of stuff. Incredibly dangerous, and yet people still do it. And that is where we're going to end
Stupidly.
tonight's session.